This week's Sunday morning message will be out of the book of Proverbs, chapter 14. The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. He who walks in his uprightness fears the Lord, but he who is perverse in his ways despises him. In the mouth of a fool is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise will preserve them. Where no oxen are, the trough is clean, but much increase comes by the strength of an ox. A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. A scoffer seeks wisdom and does not find it, but knowledge is easy to him who understands. Go from the presence of a foolish man, when you do not perceive in him the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of a fool is deceit. Fools mock at sin, but among the upright there is favor. The heart knows its own bitterness, and a stranger does not share its joy. The verses in this section point out the consequences of wisdom in contrast to the consequences of foolishness. This echoes other statements in Proverbs, chapter 10, verses 8 through 9, 11:8, 12:13, and 13:6. Foolishness, defined as a rejection of God's truth and instruction, Psalm 14:1 and Proverbs 1:7, leads to disaster. It also makes a person vulnerable to further false ideas, and those who wallow in such self-deception should be avoided. The house of the wicked will be overthrown, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Even in laughter the heart may sorrow, and the end of mirth may be grief. The backslider in heart will be filled with his own ways, but a good man will be satisfied from above. A short segment of verses in the middle of this passage share a theme: the respective fates of the wicked and the righteous. The deceptive nature of sin can make rejecting God seem like a good idea, but the end result is tragedy. Those who follow godliness are less likely to risk the negative earthly consequences. They are also blessed with an eternal rescue. In either case, that which a person chooses, selfishness or godliness, is repaid to them. The simple believes every word, but the prudent considers well his steps. A wise man fears and departs from evil, but a fool rages and is self-confident. A quick-tempered man acts foolishly, and a man of wicked intentions is hated. The simple inherit the folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil will bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor man is hated, even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. He who despises his neighbor sins, but he who has mercy on the poor, happy is he. Do they not go astray who devise evil? But mercy and truth belong to those who devise good. In all labor there is profit, but idle chatter leads only to poverty. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaks lies. In the fear of the Lord there is strong confidence, and his children will have a place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. In a multitude of people is a king's honor, but in the lack of people is the downfall of a prince. He who is slow to wrath has great understanding, but he who is impulsive exalts folly. A sound heart is life to the body, but envy is rottenness to the bones. He who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker, but he who honors him has mercy on the needy. The wicked is banished in his wickedness, but the righteous has a refuge in his death. Wisdom rests in the heart of him who has understanding, but what is in the heart of fools is made known. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him who causes shame. The last, final segment covers a broad range of topics. Among these are the importance of self-control, the danger of gullibility, the need to apply justice fairly to all, the benefits of a contented heart, and the cultural value of godly wisdom. Self-control and gullibility seem to be pretty big ones that people are dealing with today. People don't know how to hold their tongue when it comes to gossip or judgment. People seem to fall for anything here on the internet. I mean, just look at these subreddits where people are posting their run-ins with neckbeards and nice guys or let's not meet stuff. Like, how many of those do you think actually happened? Now, I could give some leeway for the lost, as that is like getting frustrated with the blind for not being able to see. But this also happens in the church family as well. Too many times our prayer circles just used as an excuse for gossip, or people fall for the likes of Joel Osteen. The majority of these people falling for false teachers are people who claim to be Christians and are none the wiser to the fact that these false teachers are preying on their gullibility and leading them straight to hell. Now, I want to go back to verse 32 for a second because I thought it was interesting. At first, it reminded me of the fact that we have refuge in Christ because of his death on the cross and his resurrection. So I did a little bit of digging. Here, Solomon observes a vast difference between the destiny of the wicked and the destiny of the righteous. When a wicked person encounters severe trouble because of his immoral lifestyle, he is helpless. He finds no comfort or suitable help. Proverbs 11:21, 12:13, 13:21. Furthermore, when God judges him, the wicked person has no defense. At the great white throne judgment, Revelation 20:11-15, all the wicked defendants will find no hiding place. In contrast, the righteous experience trials with the Lord alongside them. He helps and comforts them. Matthew 28:20, John 16:33, Psalm 23 explains that the Lord is with the righteous even when they walk through the dangers of discouragements. Psalm 23:4. Hebrews 13:5 promises that the Lord will never leave or forsake them. The ultimate benefit of pursuing God and his truth is eternal salvation. The righteous here are those who honor and obey God. Proverbs 1:1-9, 1 Peter 2:24, and John 10:28. Even in physical death, those who honor God find themselves protected and blessed. The Apostle Paul testifies in Philippians 1:21 that for a believer, death is gain. And in 2 Corinthians 5:8, he explains that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. Thank you for watching. Next week, we'll be continuing out of the book of Proverbs with chapter 15. God bless.